Lesson 101, the present tense. This particular book is very introductory. We're teaching you beginning German in this book. So everything is in the present tense. We don't go into the past or future tenses. We don't say, the other day I bought something. That's in the past. And we don't say, next Wednesday I will go to the store. That's in the future tense. We don't say that. The sentences that we make in this book are all in the present tense. But there's more than one flavor of present tense. And so we want to talk to you a little bit about the different ways to express the present tense in English. So we have a couple of example sentences here. We have I give gifts, and we have I am giving gifts. Both of these examples show that the act of giving gifts is being done in the present tense. I give gifts. I am giving gifts. But they're not exactly the same in their meaning, okay? When you say I give gifts, the terminology we use for that is the simple present. And when you use the simple present, it has a kind of a general feeling to it. If I say I give gifts, it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm doing it right now. It just means that, in general, I do that activity. I could say, I give gifts when people have birthdays, or I give gifts at Christmas. It doesn't necessarily mean right now. It could be right now, but it's not necessarily right now. But if you say, I am giving gifts, that has a bit of a different feeling to it. It has a feeling of immediacy, that you're doing it right now. As we say here in the book, it suggests that you are currently doing the activity. And so grammatically speaking, we call that the present progressive. Why progressive? Because from the way you're wording it, it sounds as though it's something that is in progress right now. Therefore, it's a progressive kind of statement. Notice, by the way, that it takes two words to make that verb. You have to say am and giving. Okay, I is the subject, am and giving together form the verb. We don't want to go into too much detail here, but the point here is that there are different ways to express the present tense in English. And so the big thing we want you to understand in this lesson is that in German, there is only one way to say the present tense, whereas in English, there are several different ways, okay? So we have this German sentence here, Ich gebe Geschenke. If you say that sentence in German, it could mean simple present, I give gifts, or it could mean I am currently giving gifts right now. It's just not exact what that statement expresses, okay? Of course, if you want to clarify, you could add in more words. You could add in a time word like now, or you could say always. But the point here is that without any additional context, you just don't know what that's saying or meaning exactly, okay? You could possibly translate it into English as I am giving gifts or I give gifts. So when you see a sentence like this, you'll want to look at the context and try to figure out what the best way to translate it is. And as we say here in the book, you could try both ways. You could try it both ways and see what sounds better.